Hi everyone, I wanted to pitch a new game that I'm currently working on, and I'm calling it Third Place. The idea behind a third place is a location that people can go to that isn't their home and isn't their work. It's sort of a way to help be in the world a little bit more, be a little bit more involved in your community. So, some types of third places could be like a diner, or like a barber shop, or like a coffee shop, or like a public library, or a museum, or just some type of location where you can be around other people, either working on your own thing or talking to different people. I wanted to take that concept and I wanted to create a type of focus aid out of it. So historically, I've used the website FocusMate quite a bit, which creates like a 50-minute timed session with you and another person that you both establish what you're going to be working on during that 50 minutes, and then you work on it, and then at the end of the 50 minutes, you touch base and see how you did with that type of progress. I also like the concept of a game called Kind Words, where you write letters to different people, and different people just sort of send letters through the internet to you. It's not addressed to you, it's just sending positive vibes to you about whatever you're currently working on. I want to take the positive energy of that with this focus mate idea of focused work and create like an isometric view of like a coffee shop, of like a library, so that way you can have your little character click and go to a specific point, and then you can either like study, or you can write, or you can do work on like a computer. You can establish what you're going to be working on with your character in like a lobby area, and then you travel to a location, and then you can see other people or some bots working in that same space that you were in. So I want to have this be like a 24-hour thing, so that way if like you come home and you want to work on a specific item from like 7 until 7:30, and you routinely see these types of people or these types of bots in a coffee shop with you from like 7 until 7:30, then you start to feel like you're part of this little community. So I thought it would be a way to help those that either financially can't get to a third place, or like to help the social anxiety of different people that are um, don't want to be in public but still want to have friends or create that type of community. So I want to create like an online slash server based game where you can pick what you're going to be working on, travel to the location, study, work, see other people there, and then you can leave that location. So I need to work on some art for that. I need to work on coding elements for that. I need to work on server elements for that. And the objective is to have this done probably by the end of the year. I'll probably be reaching out to a couple people for game design input or like specific art input to help kind of polish it up, with the end objective of this being on Steam or itch for like a $5 price point, so that way it can get out there and try to help people out. So what we currently have, it's not super complex at the moment, but we do have the ability to have server-based elements. This is my first time working with server-based things, so it's a little overwhelming and a little bit daunting. But if we have our build going right here, and we also create a separate build in a separate window, we have the option of either having a host or a client or server. So let's do a host, which is both a server and a client. So if we were to like walk, you can see our little animation going on over here. We can press T and we can show the name of our individual character. Currently this is pulling from a list. We would rather have this be what the individual player can choose. And if we were to come over here and say I want to jump in as a client, then you can see that other person over there, and you can see over here, you can see that animation working on over there, and you can establish a name over here of Tyler. Ideally, both names will be showing up here if you want them to show up. These should be looking at the camera based on whoever your character is. We can also create objects, so if we were to press the space key over here on the client, we can see it showing up on the server. And we can also press Y to get rid of it, and it'll get rid of it on both. And then if we were on the host, we can press space and it will create it, and it will show up over here. and we can also press Y to get rid of it there and have it get rid of it over here. So we have the basics of having different builds working. We have animations working, we have names working, and we have the ability to relay it back and forth. All of this is currently on the local machine. I know how to do it for local internet providers, but having it be across the internet, it's going to be a in the future type of element. But in the near future, I'm going to keep working on the movement-based system and then working on the art for it and just continue to flesh it out from here. Allow the player to choose the type of location that they're working on, as well as the type of bots that they're going to be seeing, and then hopefully be able to create something that other people can help focus on and study with to help them be better. So that's kind of the general premise of Third Place, and I will keep you posted as I make more progress.